here with Dr. Forrest Carter from Michigan State University,
All
right?
So nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. And what is your specialty, or what did you talk about on the panel?
Well, my area, I'm a marketing professor at Michigan State University, and I'm fortunate enough currently to be the faculty director of our Entrepreneurship Institute. So I moderated a panel of businesses, for-profit businesses that are addressing urban problems.
Wow, I'd like to know a little more about that. But what do you think of the Urban Symposium so far?
I think it's fantastic. I think its initial mission and purpose is one that's kind of been long overdue. Entrepreneurship has always been viewed as a mechanism to kind of lift up the masses to success, and particularly as it addresses urban problems. I think we need to look at ways to really show businesses how they can profit while at the same time addressing social issues.
You know, and it's funny because culturally, we've been entrepreneurs.
Most definitely.
You know, all the time. I
yeah.
remember my mom was a nurse, but she still sold Avon. She still did real estate. You know, we all have been entrepreneurs, but never put it together like it is right
Exactly.
now.
I mean, we come from people that have always, by any means necessary.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, are you very familiar with Detroit?
Somewhat. I live, of course, in Lansing, but a lot of my research activities, certainly a lot of friends, a lot of the organizations I work with are here in Detroit. Detroit is such an exciting area with respect to entrepreneurship over these last few years. It's kind of the place to be. So certainly it's a good opportunity being in Lansing to spend as much time to see what's going on here in this ecosystem.
If there was one thing you could do to fix Detroit, just one thing, I know some people say, well, there are about 20 things. No, what would it be?
I think kind of the theme of the symposium today, you say fix Detroit, it's more in terms of just unleashing Detroit. And so to the extent those that are engaged with the problems can be linked to networks that maybe have the resources to help solve it, have the experience or intellectual capacity to help solve problems. If networks were created in which knowledge as well as resources flow, Detroit would be unleashed.
Can you quickly tell me, what do the for-profit businesses do to help the others, like you were talking about in the beginning?
Well, I think it's just the extent to which a business can address what they perceive to be a social issue.
Okay.
But do that in a way that is maybe its market goes beyond just the urban community. So one of the companies today dealt with ride sharing or transportation. Another dealt with trying to provide low cost housing through the creative use of cargo containers. That certainly expands. Having inexpensive buildings is something the urban communities desire as well as suburban communities. To the extent you can generate revenues, bring those resources to bear on problems that facing the urban communities, they can help. So it's not just a social cause, it actually becomes a profitable cause.
Oh, excellent. If you could think of one business that could help the urban community or urban life in the community, just one, what would it be?
Boy, that's again, there's so many. I think collectively across the spectrum, there's some innovative work going on, I know, in Detroit with respect to urban farming and creating a supply chain with respect to the food channel that allows more Detroiters, more inner city Detroiters to really have access to the fresh food, eating healthy. That has such ramifications across the spectrum of our lifestyles in terms of our health, in terms of literally our household incomes, in terms of being able to eat healthy, though perhaps inexpensively. So if I had to pick one thing, I would look at bringing technology to bear with the food channel with respect to the urban community.
Well, that is excellent. Thank you so much, Dr.
It's my
Carter.
pleasure.
I mean, I really appreciate you sitting here and talking to us about
My
the
pleasure.
symposium.
Thank you.